If you don't understand any of them, you just tell me, and I'll stop and repeat. And first of all, let me just tell you, I'm sorry for your loss.
I just want to see my husband, please.
All right, honey.
I love my husband. I love you, see him.
No, you don't want to see him.
I just want to see him.
Believe me, you don't. Could you listen, please?
This is Dalia Dippolito, a 26-year-old Florida resident, suspected of soliciting murder. She attempted to hire a hitman to kill her husband, Mike Dippolito. Unbeknownst to her, the hitman is an undercover cop who then informs her husband of Dalia's intentions. Together with the police department, Mike Dippolito's death was faked. In this instance, Dalia is brought into the interrogation room not as a suspect but as a witness for questioning. Dalia has no knowledge that her husband is still alive, and now, we will see a pathological liar at work.
I'm required to warn you before you make any statement that you have the following constitutional rights. And as I say, this is protocol. If you don't understand them, tell me you don't understand them, I'll explain them to you, okay? You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. You understand that? Just answer, you have to answer me.
I understand.
Just say yes.
Yes.
Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. Do you understand that? If you have the right to the presence and representation of the lawyer of your choice where you make any statement during any question. You understand that?
Yes.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, you are entitled to the presence and representation of a court-appointed lawyer where you make any statement during any questions. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, I'm privileged to remain silent. Do you understand that? I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make a statement. This must be of your own free will. Do you understand that? Any statement can be, will be used against you in court of law. Do you understand that? I'm going to ask you to sign it and date it, and I'll have Detective Anderson as a witness, okay? Sign where the X is, please.
The interrogator has read Dalia's rights as a witness in the interrogation room. She is not yet treated as a suspect in this case. As the interrogator was reading her rights, we noticed that Dalia was constantly sobbing throughout. Those are nothing but crocodile tears by someone who plotted the murder. The interrogator knows this and decided to play along.
I'll go ahead and date it, Dalia.
Okay, it's the time on it. Okay, this is something, because we're going to videotape, that I need you to sign also. It gives us the right to videotape it. You want to read that?
I don't want to be videotaped.
Well, you're being videotaped. That's all part of it.
Whose number is this?
That's your home number.
Oh.
We got that from our reports that have been filed here. And then I'll tell you what's going on here. Okay. Listen, is there anybody that you know that you think would want to kill your husband?
My husband's on probation.
For what?
He's for stock fraud.
Stock fraud? How long has he been on probation? Probation or parole? Is he spending time in prison? How much?
Dalia points to her husband's criminal past to hint that the killer may be someone he knows in prison or in probation. Through this, she hopes that the department would shift its focus to investigate those in prison and not the outside world, so as to protect the hitman and herself. Dalia proceeded to lie about certain encounters and people that might lead to the death of her husband.
You know?
2 years in prison and 5 years on probation, going on to 6 years.
Oh my God. And what was that for?
It was for taking money. It was like, he explained it like boiler room kind of, where they would take money from people and put it towards things.
Yeah. How long have you guys been married?
Not even a year.
This is tragic. Is there anybody you could think of that would want to do this to him?
was telling the officers we've had problems already, and
What sort of problem?
he's been trying to get off probation, and it's just been nothing but problems the whole time that he's been trying to get off. People weren't happy that he was getting off probation because it's a lot of money he's got to pay back.
Well, when you say people, who are you talking about? People that were involved with him before, or?
A little bit of everything. This was supposed to be something, when he got off probation, it was supposed to be between us. And he went and he told, friends of his, he told, certain people, and everyone kind of talks, and he's constantly running into a lot of the guys that he was on probation with. Like a couple days ago, we ran into someone, and that was a target. I mean, and the guy comes up to us, and he's like with organized crime. It seems like a lot of the guys from Boca are starting to move up here. And we're constantly running into, a lot of the guys that he knows and things like that. So it was a lot of money. It was $191,000 that he had to pay back. So we were going to go ahead, and he had the money to pay off the probation and everything like that. And then I guess somehow when he went away, some guys didn't go away. They left the country. You
mean went away? He went to prison?
Right.
Okay.
They left the country. And so somehow he was dealing with some of those guys because they thought that he owed them, and I don't know, something with that he was taking care of. So the money that he used to get off of probation, he never he never did it. He did something else with that money.
Notice how Dalia is able to speak coherently as she lies about those experiences. This suggests that she has thought hard about what fake accounts she should give so as to further distance herself from the crime.
Now, do you know any of these people, their names or anything like that, or where they may live, so that we may be able to follow it up? We're not going to implicate you.
The guys that left, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know them?
I don't know them.
You've never met them?
No, I mean, I know the guy that we ran into a couple days ago. I know certain names, you know what I mean, and I know certain families, they were on the news, like the guys that all just went away. I forget what family.
See, Brian and I in the squad that I only work major crimes. We only work murders, or homicides, and very serious assaults, and kidnappings, and police shootings, and things like that. We only specialize in that. We don't work anything else. So I wouldn't know about the theft of money that he may have been involved in or anything else. So I'm asking, if you know any names, then we can run these guys down and see what they know.
Well, those group of guys, they all went away. But he's saying one of them, I guess somehow he had a problem. I don't know what problem he had. It was before we met. He ran into one of these guys, and the guy, he thought he owed him something or something happened. But they went away. I don't know if the one guy that I'm telling you about, Pasquale, if he also went away or if he didn't. But this just happened like a month and a half ago. They all got arrested again, the stock fraud stuff again.
His first name Pasquale or last?
I don't know.
Is it Pasquale or Pasquale?
Pasquale.
Okay. What nationality are you? Spanish?
My mom's from Peru and my dad's from Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I understand you got a couple animals at your house too, right?
So I guess I want to tell you everything, the whole, so that
Please
you
do.
guys kind of know
Yeah,
what's going on.
I do.
Okay.
I want to know.
So that's what happened with that. So he didn't know how to tell everybody what was going on with everything. And so he pretty much, he told them that, like, I had the money and I took it and I got involved in like a Bernie Madoff kind of scheme because he didn't know how to tell, his mom and everybody what was going on.
You're lucky.
What?
You're lucky you went to the gym.
We were supposed to go to the gym.
Oh, both you were supposed to go?
He didn't know if he was going to, he just had liposuction, and he had like 2 blood handles removed from here. I think he had something little, and 2 weeks ago he had surgery. And yes,
what kind of surgery?
The beltectomy, like the lipo that he had.
Oh, did he used to be real heavy or something?
No, he used to be, and then he got lipo done, and I guess the plastic surgeon left like 2 bulges here. So yesterday we went because he had like blood buildup in his back, so they drained it.
Okay.
So he was like, well, depending on how I feel today, but we go every morning. We haven't gone since his surgery, but every morning 5 a.m. we're both at the gym.
Notice how the interrogator asks questions such as whether she has any animals that are irrelevant to the case. This helps to keep Dalia talking, as at any moment, she could have claimed that she feel uncomfortable and do not want to proceed with the questioning. Furthermore, by engaging Dalia in these pointless chatters, she might accidentally drop her persona as a devastated widow, which adds to the evidence that she was behind the murder.
Yeah.
You got a lot of, that's better than me. I wish I could go, obviously.
Well, you know, he's very, he used to be a drug addict, and...
What was his drug of choice?
Crack.
Crack? Yeah, I'll do it to you.
And he's recovering alcoholic. And so with him, it's very important to be like on a schedule and, you know what I mean, like have a system and very organized with everything. And
let's get back to his death. I don't know if you know, he was shot. He was shot twice, and I want you to know all this.
Do you know this?
Did they tell you out there?
Not exactly. I mean, they told me he was shot. When I was at the gym, I got a phone call. I didn't hear my phone ring, and I called back, and they told me just to please come, that something happened at my house.
Yeah, he would. Evidently, your husband answered the door, and they took him back upstairs, and in your bedroom.
We have cameras, though. Why would he answer the door?
I don't
Like, he
know.
doesn't answer for anybody he doesn't know.
I have
and
no-
I mean, the only person, like his probation officer, is like the only. You know what
I
I mean?
have no idea.
He would not answer the door. We had cameras, like at our house.
Maybe he knows this person. I didn't know you had cameras,
we have-
because when we got there, some of your neighbors heard the commotion.
We have cameras. The front door has cameras.
Oh, that's
the back
great.
door has cameras.
Then-
but they don't record.
And they don't record.
Nobody knows, but they don't. We told everybody they record, but they don't record.
Oh, God.
Because he didn't want them to make a hole in the garage for the recorder to be there because of his car.
At this point, Dalia is speaking excessively and answering questions that the interrogator did not even ask in the first place. This is her attempt to tie up any loose ends and give as much information as she can so as to prove that she is not involved in the murder. This is also a trait of a pathological liar where she just keeps on lying despite the interrogator not requiring the information.
Well, when we got there, your door was wide open. When the officers got there, your door was wide open. They went in and looked. They said there was 2 dogs in the house in a crate or a cage or something like that. And he was found in the bedroom. He was shot twice in the head.
He wouldn't open the door unless it's somebody that he knows, because
Well, then-
we don't open for anybody.
Now, you have to understand, I wasn't there, neither was he. We have other people there, so maybe somebody broke into the house or something. I don't know. I haven't been to the scene yet.
All of our rooms have TVs, and we look specifically like to make sure nothing is happening, because we've had drug incidences and things like that.
Was he asleep when you left?
No, because we said sort of, but not really, because of his back. He was just kind of like,
Laying there?
he was just laying there, and he set the alarm, you know. But I mean, I
There was
said
no alarm.
hi. I said, you know, I'll bring you coffee on the way home, and you know, normal, like normal.
There was no
everything
alarm.
normal.
There was no alarm sound going on.
I put our little dog downstairs, and he stayed upstairs with the big dog.
I don't know. How big is the dog?
It's an English bulldog. But
Will
he
he-
doesn't do it.
Will he bite somebody?
No, he loves everybody. I mean, he will run off with whoever he sees. The one that's very aggressive and mean is the white one.
It's probably the smallest
The
one.
little, she's
Yeah.
like 4-pound dog.
I think she weighs 200 pounds, right?
I'm just trying to.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is
There's a lot that like I want to tell you.
I'm gonna be back. What I want to do is call right now. I'm gonna go out and get in touch with the officers at the scene. I want to see if the house was burglarized.
Okay.
All right, just hang on 1 second.
Thank you.
You want to wait here?
The interrogator leaves the room to bring in the undercover cop, who was also the hitman that she hired.
Now, you know that I've advised you of your rights, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay. The game's over with. Okay? There's no more games with you and I. Now we're going to get down to serious business. I want to know if you know this guy. Come here. Bring this guy in here. Get over here. Get over here. You know who this guy is?
No,
You've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before, ever.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at her.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
What were you doing coming out of her house? Get him out of here. You're going to jail today for solicitation of murder. You're under arrest.
The interrogator decided to reveal that he had known that she hired a hitman and now starts to confront her about her involvement.
That's an undercover police officer. We filmed everything that you did, recorded everything that you did. You're going to jail for solicitation of first-degree murder of your husband.
I didn't do anything.
Did you hear what I just told you?
I heard what you said, but I didn't do
Everything,
anything.
listen to me. Everything has been recorded. You were photographed in the convertible when you sat in his car in the front of CVS. What do you want to do? What do you want to do here,
I didn't do
Dalia?
anything.
Listen to
I
me.
didn't do anything.
You're going
I
to
didn't
jail.
do anything, please. I didn't do anything.
Tell me you didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
You're going to jail today. As soon as I'm done, they're going to come in here and handcuff you and take you to the Palm Beach County Jail, book you for solicitation of first-degree murder on your husband. Your husband is well and alive.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Please? Can I see him?
No, he doesn't
please?
want to see you.
I so wanted to see him.
He doesn't want to see you.
Please.
You better quit your plan. Listen to me. I want you to quit your acting and get this over with.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Okay. You know what? You need a real good attorney. You need a real good attorney because we're going to show them the film where you say you're 5,000% sure you want him dead. You think I made that up? You think I made that up? It's exactly what's going to happen. I'm talking with you. When I leave this room, no other officer will ever talk to you again. The next time we see you is when you're in trial. Now, you can make it right here, or you're going to trial, and you're going to do life in prison. You want to cooperate with us, whatever you want to do. It's over and done once I walk out. I'm not coming back in to talk to you.
The interrogator is now pressuring her to confess that she has hired the hitman. If she confesses now, it would expedite the trial proceedings and she would have been easily proven guilty. However, Dalia remains adamant and continues to lie about her involvement.
And no one else is either. What do you want to do before I leave here? Because the next officer comes here, going to handcuff you and take you to the
I'd
jail.
like to see my husband, please.
No, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to see you. I'm leaving now. Can I have an officer come in here and cuff the person?
I don't know what's going on, please.
We'll go ahead and arrest her for solicitation of first-degree murder.
I don't understand what's happening, please.
Can you folks stand up?
Stand up, please.
Oh my God.
Sit back down.
Here, stay right here. You can stay
Her
right
husband, who she thought was dead, now appears in front of her.
Oh my God.
there. He's alive.
Come here, please. Come here. Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here.
Can't fix it.
Why not? I didn't do anything
I
to
heard
you.
you.
Mike, come here, please. Come here.
Okay, thank you. We'll take her back to booking, please.
In the end, a pathological liar can only lie so much in the face of truth. In the next episode, we will analyze the interrogation of Dalia Dippolito now as a suspect and no longer a witness. If you are interested in more videos of interrogations, do subscribe to my channel and check out my other works. Thank you.